What's up, guys? So I made a first impressions vid on this Amazfit T Rex Pro, and I wanted to do a kind of like a second impressions. I've been wearing this thing for about 2 weeks now, and I bought it on Amazon. It was like $179, and right after I bought it, I realized there was a T Rex Pro 2 that was just coming out. It was only available in black. Really didn't want the black. This is the desert gray. And it almost looked beige in the photos, but then once you get it, it is like a light gray, and this middle section is a little bit like a two-tone, like a slightly darker gray. Really love the look, kind of fell in love with the color of this watch. So I decided to send it back and get a T Rex Pro 2, which is, I don't know all the differences between the Pro 2 and this, but I know that the Pro 2 has active navigation and like a backtrack feature, which is what I really wanted a GPS watch for in the first place. So I'm going to send this back and get those, but I wanted to show you guys this desert gray color and tell you a little bit about the watch. I've really enjoyed it. The desert gray is still not available as of the time of publishing in the T Rex Pro. So you can get two different blacks. You can get a black and gold, and you can get a black and silver. And then there's a kind of like an army green. And I'm going to go with that army green just because I'm so sick of black. I'm just sick of black things, like black watches and black GoPro accessories, and all my bags have black liners so you can't find anything. I just want a little more color. So, yeah, so I went with the army green. Bummer. Really like this desert gray, but who knows how long, and I need the watch. So a couple more thoughts on this thing. Saw some reviewers say that you would never use these buttons because the touchscreen works so good, and I agree and disagree. And I'll tell you, the touchscreen does work great. This is the best touchscreen I think I've ever used on a watch, including my Apple Watches, or is at least as good as the Apple Watch, which is pretty crazy. But sometimes it's just more intuitive. Like when I get somewhere, I'm old school. Sometimes it's just easier for me to hit the back button. So I also had heard other people saying that they never touch the watch. They only use the buttons. Well, I do a mixture of both, guys. Sometimes I use the screen. Sometimes I use the buttons. I use this for workouts on motorcycles too, so it's really nice to be able to use the buttons when I have gloves on and they won't work on the screen. When I'm using this for navigation in the backcountry with motorcycle gloves on too, I'm happy to be able to use the buttons. So I really like it. Another key feature I would say is that in the picture, it looks really big and bulky and heavy, and it is a decent size watch, but I'm telling you, it's not heavy at all. It's really light. It's pretty surprising. The one reservation I had about this watch was the charger. I hate these watches and wearables with proprietary charging systems. It drives me nuts. So the last one I had, which was some kind of Huawei, and it was more of like just a real skinny fitness watch, the band would pull off on this side and you would just plug the whole watch into a USB, which was great. That was fantastic, and I was worried that I would be so irritated with this proprietary charger, but let me tell you, I haven't tested how many days I get out of this thing with the heart rate off, but with the heart rate on all the time, I'm getting about 6 to 7 days, which is pretty good. But the good thing is I can throw this on the charger and it charges so fast. I swear, it's like this thing can be at 50%. I throw it on the charger in 10 or 15 minutes, it's completely charged. So I do that in the evenings when I'm watching TV in bed or whatever, and that's all I need to do. So it's not that big of a deal like proprietary chargers have been in the past. I had a Samsung that had a proprietary charger, and I would have to charge that thing every night, and then it got really irritating because I couldn't even make it through on the weekends without taking that charger with me if I was going out of town or anything, which is just annoying. So there's not a ton of watch faces, but there's enough watch faces to keep it fresh. So this one's starting to get old to me, so there's enough of them to definitely keep it interesting, and hopefully more are on the way. But all right, guys, that's my that's my impressions after wearing this for 2 weeks, And when I get the T Rex Pro 2 in, and I'll give you a first impressions video and let you know what it's like after a couple weeks, as well as far as the real-time navigation and the backtrack feature and all that stuff. So yeah, it was a hard choice. I was either going to get this or the Garmin Instinct. The Garmin Instinct has the backtrack navigation, but it doesn't have a color screen. It doesn't have a touch screen, and you can tell it's 6, 7, 8 years old or whatever. So I went with this one. The Pro 2 should be the best of both worlds. So should be in next week. I'll let you guys know how it goes. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.